From the latest cruise news and luxury resort openings to Disney updates, travel trends, and destinations around the world, this is the Elevated Escapes Report. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kristen. Each week, we'll bring you the stories, trends, and travel headlines that matter most to travelers looking for their next elevated escape. Let's get started.
Let's get it started.
Oh, wow.
You want me to start playing that in the background? Let's get it started. Okay.
So the first headline that caught my attention this week was the update to France's elite palace hotel list. So for those of you who may not be familiar with this, these are ultra luxury properties. They are considered above a standard 5-star hotel rating, and France determines their best hotels, basically. So it's exceptional heritage, service, and French elegance. So they have some new additions for 2026. It's the Ministry of Tourism. So the Bulgari Hotel Paris.
Have you heard of that?
I have not heard of the specific Paris location, but I have seen some videos from other Bulgari hotels, and they're gorgeous. The Cheval Blanc in Paris, which has 3 Michelin keys.
That sounds like a French hotel.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Cheval Blanc
Yes.
means white horse.
Oh, we're getting a French lesson here. Folks, you did not know when you signed up, when you subscribed to the Elevated Escapes podcast and the news show, that you were going to be getting language lessons from Professor Susie.
May I continue?
Continue.
Oh,
yes.
thank you so much.
The floor is yours. Yes.
Okay. Then we have the Hotel Fouquet's Paris, the Four Seasons Hotel Megève, which also has 3 Michelin keys, the Hotel Martinez in Cannes, and the Royal Champagne Hotel and Spa, which also has 3
That
Michelin
sounds
keys.
real snooty, doesn't it? Anything with the word champagne.
I mean, I think these all sound great.
I didn't say that. I said, but the champagne one sounds a little bit
Too much.
a little too much. I can already see the decor. It's going to be pinks and fluffy pillows.
Maybe it's going to be golds.
It could be.
So there are some notable downgrades as well. So some properties have been removed from the list. And this is the first time since the system was introduced that they have done this. So for those of you who have booked these properties, I'm sure they're still absolutely amazing, but they are no longer on the Palace list.
Okay.
So we have the Mandarin Oriental Paris. We have the Park Hyatt Paris Vendôme, the Hotel du Palais in Biarritz, and the Biblos Saint-Tropez.
So now, do these get dropped down from the elite down to a 5-star? Or 4-star or whatever they're...
Yeah, they're still 5-star hotels. They just have been removed. They no longer met the required level of excellence.
And this is graded by the government?
Ministry of Tourism.
The Ministry of Tourism.
Yes.
Okay.
So now bear in mind, these are not actual palaces. It's just what they call the list. It's the palace list.
Okay.
So the best of the best that France has to offer.
Okay.
For those of you who are venturing abroad this summer.
And if a 5-star hotel is
not quite good enough.
Not quite up to par, then here is your list of hotels.
How long that Mike would never stay in.
Correct. How long have they been doing this? Do you know that?
I do not know that off the top of my head. But the Bulgari, I would definitely stay in.
And where is this?
Paris.
So are these all Parisian hotels, or is this this is throughout the country?
It's throughout the country.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What struck your fancy this week?
I don't know how I buy into ratings, to be quite honest, especially if it's rated by the government, because I've listened to podcasts and they were talking about just how skewed ratings are in general.
That's more like ratings on like Google or TripAdvisor.
Exactly.
That sort of thing. I mean, if this is like government, like people who specialize in hotels and tourism going in and vetting every aspect of the property. So I think that's probably a pretty.
Okay.
I mean, like I don't think if the U.S. had them, I don't think they're going to tell you to stay in a Motel 6 and give it a Palace rating. I could be wrong.
You know me, I'm
You're
I'm
skeptical.
always skeptical. Is there pay to play when it comes to the government? Did this hotel not grease this guy enough, and now they fell down to a 5-star hotel?
I do not know.
I always question. But you did your due diligence, Susie, and a lot of these hotels are places that you want to stay at, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And what's the one in Paris again?
the Bulgari.
And what is it?
Bulgari is a luxury brand.
It's a luxury brand
branched
to be-
into hotels, and their hotels are gorgeous.
Okay. All right. I guess if we do Disneyland Paris, then we can do the Bulgari.
Bulgari?
Bulgari.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I shouldn't say that. This is public knowledge now.
It is. 16 years.
Okay, 16. That's quite a while.
The elite designation was created in November 2010 by the French Ministry of Tourism to recognize exceptional 5-star hotels that go beyond standard ratings to embody the French art of living.
You know, I think it's something to aspire for. I think it's a good thing.
Sure.
I think it's going to make everybody want to be better.
Mhm.
It sounds like it's an elite list, so I think it's a good thing. I'll take away what I thought maybe that there was corruption involved. I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take that
Thank
away.
you. We're not talking about Italy. We're talking about France.
Oh, you're saying that down in Capri there might be a little bit of that going on?
I'm not saying anything. Won't disparage my heritage in that respect.
Did you have another news story?
I do, but let's talk about yours first.
You want to punt it over to me?
I do.
All right.
Rhodes, do you have something to add?
I've got a little, I'm not going to read the whole article, but the title is River Cruise Lines Add Full Land Tours to Create Longer Vacations.
Okay.
River Cruise Lines are introducing itineraries that add a full land component, meeting a robust demand from travelers who would like to take a 2-week European vacation. Avalon Waterways, Ama Waterways, and Uniworld Boutique River Cruises have all announced such land-river pairings, which are in addition to the pre- and post-cruise land excursion extensions they offer. Now, it says for Riviera Travel, the river-land combo is not a new thing, as the company operates river cruises while crafting and operating its own tours.
Okay.
Because of increased demand for these combined itineraries, however, Riviera has grown its inventory of this product. So Riviera's been doing it. These other cruise lines are getting into it.
Okay.
So, were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. So for those of you who are Disney fans, we have Adventures by Disney, which are 7 to 10 days typically. And then we also have your Escapes, which are 2. So those would be the pre and post cruise.
Yeah, usually 3 days.
Would be, yeah, 3 days, 2 nights. And the regular Adventures by Disney, which is a toured trip, is, like I said, 7 days, 8, sometimes 9. So it looks like it makes sense if you think about it. When they say the majority of European river cruises are from the United States, and I think that's that. Don't quote me, but I think it was around 65%. So if you're going over there, you want to go over for more than 6 or 7 nights. Right. And what they're seeing is that people are trying to put together their own trips on their own, and it's frustrating, and they don't know what they're doing. So the cruise lines are going to make it a heck of a lot easier for them. You pay one price, so it's going to be an additional price, obviously.
Well, sure. But now you've got that reputation behind it. You've got them standing behind,
truly vetting all the tour guides,
right?
Companies.
Exactly. I think it makes sense. I mean, I'm sure Tauk's going to be on that list because Tauk started as a land tour company, so
right.
It's a perfect synergy for them.
Yep. No, I'd be curious because they said it's coming out next year. I'd be curious where they're going to be going because a lot of these river cruises, they do a lot of small little villages and small.
Yeah, but now, I mean, if they're going to take you more inland, perhaps,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of ratings that you may or may not feel great about, AAA has released their 2026 5 Diamond Hotel and Restaurant lists.
Okay.
And these are kind of a big deal. I mean, AAA is a big player. It's kind of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of who you think about when you think about, the Great American Road Trip and whatnot. Triptychs back in the day.
Triptych.
Yeah.
Wow, we are aging ourselves,
Yes,
are we not? With those little yellow highlight markers going down
and they get you the
Jersey
map and they tell
Turnpike.
you exactly where to go.
My parents with heaters both hanging out of their mouths. All right, turn it to page 3, Di. Turn it to page 3. I got car sickness in the back. Yep.
That's the precursor to MapQuest and now Google Maps and Waze and all that good stuff. But this is a pretty anticipated list every year. And so they do break it down into top 10 hotels overall, top US hotels, although it includes one in Canada, top 10 restaurants overall, and top Mexico restaurants. So I think we'll just kind of stick to the top 10 hotels and or top US hotels rather, and the top 10 restaurants.
All right. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Let's go.
Okay. So top hotels in the US. Recipients of the 5 Diamond designation include 3 from New York, the Aman,
Never heard of it,
the Baccarat, and the Peninsula.
So the one that we've watched YouTubes on didn't make it, huh? The Plaza?
No.
Okay.
The Four Seasons Resort in Lanai City, Hawaii. So Four Seasons Resort Lanai is the name of the resort. The Sanctuary at Kiowa Island Golf Resort, which I've heard is lovely.
Okay.
The Peninsula Chicago. So the Peninsula is doing very well on this list. The Umstead Hotel and Spa in Cary, North Carolina. The Canyon Suites at the Phoenician in Scottsdale, Arizona. The Mandarin Oriental in Boston. And Ocean House in Watch Hill, Rhode Island.
Okay.
So I don't know if Taylor Swift is driving.
Rhode Island is representing.
Yeah.
Not known for their high-end hotels. Known for their scenery and their ocean and their food, but
the Biltmore was always highly regarded.
To the locals. From the outside, it was kind of dumpy, wasn't it?
I don't know. I never stay there.
No, I'm just saying
I went
from
to a couple of events. I don't know. I'm not an outsider. Oh, you mean the building itself?
Correct.
Well, everything's kind of dumpy.
It's just an old brick.
So anybody who's hanging around Westerly looking to peep at Taylor's wedding, maybe see if you can snag a room at the Ocean House. Yes.
What, to
Yes.
Oh, to Kelsey or whatever? Oh, I didn't see it. How do you know all this stuff?
I live in the world. I don't know. Okay, so now the top restaurants. 5 in New York City. So Per Se, Jean-Georges Restaurant, 11 Madison Park, Le Bernardin, and Daniel. So these are all on my list of places that I would love to visit.
So Peter Luger didn't make the cut, huh?
Peter Luger did not make the cut.
That is unfortunate.
But here's one that I think you'll be happy to hear about.
Okay.
Victoria and Albert's.
Yes, sir.
In Lake Buena Vista, Florida. So this is at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. We actually celebrated our 10th anniversary at this restaurant.
Look at you. I always call you Johnny on the Spot, but I am really going to call you Johnny on the Spot because I recall when we went on a walk the other day, you asked me if Grand Floridian was still called the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa because you had to be perfect.
I did.
You had to nail it.
Yes.
That is back to your always being perfect thing.
Thank you.
Yes. Great job.
Thank you.
Johnny on the Spot,
Thank you
as
so
always.
much. Can I be Susie on the Spot
Susie
instead?
on the Spot.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the Grand Floridian is checking in the top 10 restaurants in the United States.
Mhm. Then we have Restaurant Ternier 3, or maybe it's Ternier Trois, and Restaurant Laurie Raphael in Quebec City, Canada.
Okay.
We have Heron's Restaurant in Cary, North Carolina. We have Le Maire, rounding out the list, in Honolulu, Hawaii.
So the French Laundry didn't make it?
French Laundry is not on here.
Okay. I find that surprising.
So do any of these sound like restaurants you might want to visit?
I think I'd go to Victoria and Albert's.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll venture out of the house to go to Victoria and Albert's. It's been a while since we've been there.
It has been almost 8 years, yes.
How about you?
Everything in New York.
Everything in New York?
Everything in New York, yes. But that would mean actually having to go to New York.
That's correct. That could be a problem for me.
Was there anything else that stuck out to you this week?
No, not really. I think the land excursions for the land extensions, or however they phrase it, for the river cruises is going to be intriguing.
So I saw a headline that I thought was kind of interesting, given your World Cup fever. Despite initial forecasts, the World Cup is not delivering the expected financial boom to many U.S. host cities. Driven by visa issues, high ticket costs, and geopolitical factors, hotel bookings in most host cities are falling short of expectations, with hotel rates dropping by nearly 30%. That was surprising to me. Maybe because it's so widespread and there are so many different host cities, but usually you see events like this and you can't find a hotel room. So
dropping 30% from.
I don't know if that's from their normal booking or if they had jacked the.
Because I don't think year over date for the month of June it would fall that much in these cities,
right? But maybe they're dropping them 30% from what their rack rates were for this time period. That would make sense to me.
Yeah, that's interesting because the World Cup is always very well received, especially in the United States. That's when I first fell in love with it in 1994. Ticket prices are just ridiculous. I mean, tickets to the NBA Finals. Remember, it was $72,000 at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Obviously, ticket prices for soccer isn't quite as bad, but it's expensive.
Yeah. So that's all I have.
That's all I have for this week.
Okay.
I guess I'll wrap us up. That wraps up this week's top story. Let me try that again. And 2. That wraps up this week's top travel stories on the Elevated Escapes Report. We'll be back next week with the latest travel trends from around the globe. Thanks for listening.
And thanks for making us part of your travel journey. Safe travels.
And I promise I haven't had a sip of alcohol. Just couldn't get that out of my mouth.